Hello and welcome back to our kitchen. We're making French onion soup tonight. So I've cut up 3 large onions and I've cut them so they're long and thin, almost like a noodle. Now I've been just lightly letting them be on the burner. I did about a good 1/4 cup of butter and about a 1/4 cup of olive oil to even it out, and just let them saute. You don't want them to brown too much. And then we're going to turn this right up and we're going to add some water. So this is probably, what does it say here? 1.5 liters, so it was probably a full liter. In gallons, I don't know what that is in gallons. I guess that's 2 quarts. There you go, 2 quarts. So you've got the metric and the, what do you call it, imperial. All right, looking good. Nice oniony looking sauce. We're going to let that heat right up. Now, you can use chicken broth. You can make your own broth. I think you can even use a beef stock or a vegetable stock. I find some stocks are a little bit salty. I got the Knorr because it has half the salt that a broth would have. It's about 600 milligrams, which is still a lot of salt, but that's for the whole pot. So I'm kind of cheating here with an onion soup mix. That's allowed. It's your kitchen. You can cook however you like and use whatever you like. And you can, if you want to call it cheating, I just call it using ingredients that I have in the kitchen. And that has slightly changed the color. A little bit more creamy. Little bit more creamy. I just have to take this out. It's a little piece of onion skin. All right. So yes, it has slightly changed the color. Not a lot, but it will. We get this going. It's going to get boiling. I'm not a drinker, but people give us wine. I don't mind keeping it and putting it on a shelf, and then we have guests, maybe they want to have a glass of wine. And this one, beautiful hillside Pinot Noir, great drinking wine. I had a small glass from the Naramata Bench in Okanagan Valley. That was a gift from last Christmas. So I like to use it. I know people are like, you're going to use a Pinot Noir for cooking? Yes, I am. If you're going to drink good wine, why not cook with good wine? And I'm going to have a taste. Whew. Ah. Yeah, I don't drink, so that seemed really potent. Let's add some to our sauce. Now, I think it called for 1.5 cups, and I'm not going to put that much in. I'm going to add a ladle at a time, very gently, and it's the color that I'm looking at. So right now we are roughly about a cup. We've used about 1 cup of wine. I figured this ladle is close to 1/2 cup. I have to measure it one day. And we're going to let this cook. And we're going to warm the broiler in a little bit, because these are going to end up, the last bit will be in the broiler, in the oven. So let's let this simmer. And when we come back, we're going to put it all together in our onion soup dishes with bread. We've got some grana padano, which is in the same family as Parmesan. And we even have some Cracker Barrel Havarti slices that we can break up and put on top. So there's all that left to come. And we did some pumpkins last night and roasted some pumpkin seeds. Oh, they turned out good. Videos are coming out on that. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be back and with the end result. Hello and welcome back. The soup is finished. The onions and the broth have cooked down to a beautiful golden brown. And we're going to ladle this into our onion soup bowls now. I'm on the wrong side of this, I think. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, it smells wonderful. Now you can add thyme. In the intermission in between filming here, I actually went and Googled a couple of onion recipes, onion soup recipes, and one of them called for thyme, which is a spice. I did not use thyme. I'm trying to figure out in my taste buds in my mind how that would look and if it would taste, you know, a certain way. I want to add some extra onions. I always like to do this. And then I'll judge the how much actual sauce is in there and its thickness. This is great anytime. Now, from the time cutting the onions to sauteing them with with butter and olive oil, and then the time for it to boil on a medium high, more to medium, to this point here, and then about 3 to 4 minutes in the oven under the broiler. The total time is only 50 minutes. So you can make this in an hour. From peeling onions, chopping, sauteing, adding the broth or what have you, the wine that you're using, to cooking down for 25 to 30 minutes, and then a few minutes under the broiler, under 1 hour. Now, whether it's a last minute dinner guests, or you just want a fairly easy but delicious meal, this is it. Now I broke this bread up and I'm going to fold it so it fits on top, and I might as well add that extra piece. Waste not, want not, as Mom always said. Hey, Pearl. She's going to crack up laughing when she hears me say that. All right. They say French bread. Could be sourdough, could be whatever kind of bread you want. Could be a nice dark buckwheat or a rye. This is a light rye. Generous with the cheese. That's a big part of French onion soup, is a fair bit of cheese. Now, you can Google for an onion soup recipe and it'll say all different kinds. Some people, it says provolone cheese with a bit of something else cubed up on top. Swiss cheese, I think, is the really popular one. And then you go to another one and it'll say Parmesan or Grana Padano. So it's your taste buds, it's your preference. But one thing they do say is there should always be at least 2 kinds of cheeses. So I only had this Havarti, so let's put some Havarti on top. You See how simple I'm doing that? I just ripped it in half and give it a little twist. There, it'll sit on top. However you want to do it. It's your soup, it's your kitchen, right? So do it how you do it for your family. Remember, I did not use a broth, a chicken broth, beef, or veg. I had onion soup mix, and that really helped with the flavor. About a cup of good quality red wine. And that's why you want to simmer it for 25 to 30 minutes. Because you don't want to just cook off all those flavors that you've just put together. You just want them to marry each other. All right, so here we are. It's ready to go in the oven. I'm going to hold it up. Fan on low so we don't set off the smoke detector. Open the oven. I'm going to hold it up and take a picture and put this under the broiler. It's quite heavy. Under the broiler. Yeah, it says 3 to 5 minutes, but I think I'm going to put the timer for 3 minutes and check it then, because you know how quick a broiler can burn things. And we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're about to pull the soup out of the oven. Oh my goodness. Yes, please. Now, I almost left them in for 1 more minute, but I thought, no, if I do, it'll burn. So let's shut everything off. Whew. So 3 minutes was enough time. My rack was more towards the middle of the stove, or the oven, so you know, if yours is up higher, 2 minutes might have been enough, right? So, well, I really like the look of this one. And I don't know why they put handles on these. It's not like you can grab it, because if you did, you'd burn yourself. Something ferocious. All right. Beautiful, beautiful looking dinner. I could hold one up to show the camera so you can get a close-up of this beautiful French onion soup with bread and cheese on top. And we're going to do a small taste test. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious. Little bit of bread, little bit of cheese, and a little bit of onions and broth. I probably have to blow on it for 20 minutes. It's steaming hot. All right, going in. Those sweet onions. Delicious. Yes, please. This is a soup. Under an hour, you could make this at lunch. Not difficult. Just make sure you've got your flavors. Okay, I'm going to try another mouthful, except it's full of cheese. Oh, sorry about that. There's cheese everywhere. That is so hearty, so good. It is so good for you. Onions this time of year. Onions, garlic, peppers, celery, root vegetables, squash. It's why they're all so available this time of year. It's what the body needs now. We've had all that summer and we're into fall. We're coming into winter. This is the kind of food we need. The body knows it. Well, thanks for joining us here in our kitchen. And we always enjoy cooking a good meal for everybody. And I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers and viewers. We have quite a few new subscribers, which we're thrilled about because we're really pushing hard to get to 1,000 subs, hopefully within 6 months. But in the meantime, we're going to enjoy the journey. We're going to eat some delicious food. We're going to be outdoors in nature. And we're going to continue to also do seasonal videos. So with this being Thanksgiving weekend, and however you celebrate it or not, we send out our great happy Thanksgiving to everyone. In Canada, that is, because the States it'll be in November. And any time to get together for some good soup is a good time. So thank you. Thank you to my subscribers and viewers. And if you haven't already joined us and you want to keep in track of what we do, go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the bell. We put out a video pretty well every day and some shorts. And come join us for some good times. Until next time, it's Irma in the kitchen. And I'm going to call the family to come and have some delicious French onion soup. And as they say en français, good appetite, they say bon appétit. See you next time.